I usually got 20 points out of 150 in my high school English test, and I was hugely addicted to video games in college. I still remember that there was a game called League of Legends that was really popular at that time. Almost everyone in my class were playing that game, including me. And the worst thing was, I sometimes even forgot to take a bath or eat dinner due to the video games addiction. I kept muddling like that until I graduated. Then I got a job at a construction company in Guangzhou. The pay was low, but it was enough for me to live on. As usual, I play video games after work in my tiny apartment. And some of my colleagues, they were hedonists. They thought pleasure is the most important thing in life. As soon as they received their salary every month, they would go to the restaurant, get a massage, play video games and things like that, you know, muddling along and enjoying life. So they asked me to join them. I said yes, why not? I felt lost. I didn't know what to do with my life, so I joined them. I muddled along with them. We searched for instant gratification everywhere, all the time. And everything was normal until one day I was playing video games as usual in my tiny apartment. Suddenly, I wanted to go to the bathroom, so I walked through the living room. Then all of a sudden, I collapsed. I fell to the ground with dong sound and lost my consciousness completely. I was lying on the ground for at least 5 minutes. Fortunately, I wasn't hurt badly. Why did I collapse? I'll tell you later. Okay, then I stood up with a massive effort. I approached the chair, sat down, and checked the time on the clock on the wall. It was 2:30 p.m. It had been almost 20 hours since the last time I ate. I forgot to eat breakfast and lunch because I couldn't stop playing video games. I couldn't get myself out of it. That was the moment when I realized that I didn't want to live like this anymore. I told myself, okay, I've had enough. Everything is done. I want to change. I want to get my life back. I'm so sick of being a failure at everything. I began to work hard. I tried my best to lose weight and quit video games. Then 4 months later, I lost 40 斤, from 160 to 120. And I spent less and less time playing video games. During that period, I also read so many books and learned how to play guitar. Because I didn't have time to hang out with my colleagues, so they asked me, hey dude, what are you doing recently? Why didn't you hang out with us anymore? But I didn't respond them properly. They didn't understand me, but I understood. This is the life I've always wanted to live. When I play guitar, I found that the best guitar tutorials are all made in English. So in order to learn guitar, I began to learn English. And the funny thing was, I'd grown to like English slowly over time. But I can't do anything. I can't do both at the same time. So I was torn between English and guitar. At the end of the day, I chose English. I'm so glad that I made that choice. So I sold my guitar on the 闲鱼 app because I want to focus on learning English. As an adult, I knew nothing about English. All I knew was 26 letters. But never mind, because I desperately want to change my life. I can learn. I was motivated, even though I wasn't sure if I can get to the destination I want. I learned English like a madman. I spent all my time studying and researching because I was a complete novice. So in order to succeed, I tried almost all of the learning methods I heard, such as memorizing words, learning grammar, learning phonetic symbols, reciting new concept English, watching TV, watching children's TV, watching movie, listening to the news, and reading out loud, dictation, extensive listening, and intensive listening. I was even learning a few online courses. I even tried all kinds of ways to memorize words, such as buying vocabulary books, using the app, using the forgetting curve, using the root and the affix, using comics and stickers to memorize vocabulary. But a few months later, I didn't make any progress, except for the fact that I can only recognize a few words. That's it. Nothing has changed. That was the winter of 2017. I felt like I ran into a dead end. It was not very cold in Guangzhou during the winter, but my heart was as cold as ice. But later, I read a book by chance on the internet called Peak: Secrets from the New Science of Expertise, which talks about lots of scientific research. This is a straight-to-the-point book describing how deliberate practice can make ordinary people like me successful. I don't know much about you, but I was ordinary in English. Don't kill me. The book is easy to read, but it is also meaty, full of meat, with so many actionable tips, but not as many actionable tips as my course. I especially like that this book is very research-based. The authors give you the science behind the ideas they present. So I renew my hope after reading this book. I realized not only do I need to learn English very hard, but I also need to learn how to learn English. So I decided to binge read books about studying and learning. I read loads of articles and watched so many videos on the internet about how to learn English. I bought a few online courses, even though my salary was low. But I wanted to figure out the truth about learning English. After paying the rent and buying the food, I would spend the rest of the money to invest in education. Living in a big city is not easy, so I always run out of money. But I was feeling fulfilled at the same time because I was making progress. I have counted. In order to learn English, I read 39 books, 15 online courses, watched hundreds of videos, and so many articles. In order to save money, I sometimes even hesitated about buying a 2 yuan pirated ebook. But I would also spend a month's salary on an English online course. I ended up spending more than 30,000 yuan on books and courses. In order to figure out how to learn English, I would stay in the apartment all day long, using my computer to read ebooks, listening to the audio on my phone, cramming tons of useful information into my head. That was really hard work, but it was worth it. I learned a lot. I was feeling motivated every single day. In order to improve my productivity, to reach my limits, I even studied while I was eating and commuting. I didn't want to waste any time. I still remember one time I was eating. I was too focused on watching video on my phone, and I did something funny. I accidentally put my leftover into the toilet. I thought that was a trash bin. Trash bin. So it's safe to say I've almost tried everything to improve my English. I've tried every trick in the book. At the end of the day, I find the key to success in English is listening. Listen a lot. And the best way to listen to English is to watch American TV series. The main reason why is because you can easily find the resources with a good translation so that you can easily understand and absorb it. So after about half a year of training, I can fully understand the American TV without any subtitles. And after another 4 or 5 months, I passed the IELTS exam. I got 8 points. It just took me 1 month to prepare, and my story was spread throughout the whole company. Some colleagues asked me to help them learn English. So I decided to try an experiment on them, using my methods, and it did well. Some of my colleagues passed the internal interview after using my methods for a few months, and they were sent to Africa with an annual salary of 250,000 plus. And one of my friends, he couldn't speak English and he didn't understand a single word before. But after he studied with me for just less than 1 year, he can 100% understand the basketball TV programs because he is a basketball fan. Okay, I'm not saying this is gonna be easy. You still need to study hard, but we can get more things done in less time just because you use a different approach. Okay, pause. Story time is over. I'm gonna use Chinese to introduce my course.
好，我们的美剧实操课的话呢，是一开始就教你怎么一步步实操的，完全是实操性的。你看这里双语字幕嘛，然后我们按一下，你看变成了英文字幕，然后我们再按一下，字幕就没了。这样的话，我们就可以达成可理解性的输入。我们先理解的话，然后再关掉字幕去听。整个过程的话呢，具体比如说怎么操作啊，这些软件怎么设置啊，怎么听几次啊，或者说那些干嘛全都会教你。然后你一开始的时候，就是你不需要看完整个视频，你看第一章第一节就可以马上开始了，就可以 你可以去行动起来，去改变你自己的那些练习，改变你的人生，就可以这么说吧。然后你看，比如说这里，如果你遇到单词不会的话，你看一下，哎，我查一下嘛，对不对？你看查出来之后，哇，你看牛津高阶英汉双解词典，哇，这什么啊？看到没有？哇，是真人发音哦，这个是英式发音，这个是美式发音，都是真人的哦。你看这里还有例句了，例句居然都是真人发音。
What's all that sticky stuff on the carpet? What's all that sticky stuff on the carpet?
你可以不断点它。
What's all that sticky stuff on the carpet?
This wine is good stuff.
看到没有？哇，还有语法的解释，你怎么可能搞不懂呢？这些东西全都是实操性的。然后，如果你想对一句话，比如说听很多遍的话，你看，你可以这里
All the time. Get rid of the boat all the time. Get rid of the boat all the time.
你看，都在不断的重复的听，你就非常方便的操作。具体就像刚刚说的，怎么听啊，怎么操作，怎么设置，听几次，这些所有的东西，所有的那些过程，包括怎么复习啊，怎么那些听不懂怎么办啊，或者说你遇到一些句子很难的，那些所有东西都会教你。除此之外呢，好，到了口语跟读的那个时候，那个阶段。我还会真人演示整个练习的过程给你听，说白了就是市面上很多就是说，哎，我教你怎么读音标啊，怎么读这个句子，对，很多对不对？但是他们怎么内化呢？怎么变成自己的技能？也就是说，怎么把那些理论知识变成自己的真正的技能、真正的水平？我把整个练习过程演示给你看。好吧，你就参照着、对照着它来练习就行了，这是市面上没有的。然后最重要的一点，其实都不是上面那些东西，因为上面那些东西你可以自己去练习嘛。最重要就是我们有一个高质量的社群。为什么我们要收费？我们要收这个价钱，就是希望创造一个高质量的社群。如果是免费的话，那谁都来的话，那其实很没有意义的。这样你浪费很多时间在那上面。那些我们收费提高一些门槛之后，这样的话里面的那些问题，包括我们很多那些互相帮助啊，遇到了很多问题，互相陪伴那些一起成长，一起学习，一起变得优秀，这样的社群才是高质量，才是最值钱的。你看我们在没有很多人的情况下，就说没有很多那些朋友加入的情况之下，都已经问了很多高质量的问题，然后大家都互相帮助，包括有一些电脑上不会操作的，还有一些句子不理解的，你看这些截图他们都在那里面讨论。我觉得就这个高质量的社群就已经值这个价了，甚至是不止这个价钱。而且你有听说过一个学习的技巧叫费曼技巧吗？等你的水平高了之后，我们有第一批用户嘛，他们水平可能比较高一点，然后他们的话可以带着你们，就说其实不是说带吧，就是你进去之后你有什么问题，我们会互相帮助，然后实在搞不定的话呢，我也会出面帮助你们，这才是真真正正这个收费的价值所在。如果你自己去学的话呢，我给你这些资料，其实你都是没什么用的。老实说，你自己来的话，不是说完全没用吧，就是那个效果会差很多。你看，我还会赠送给你我所有的资源，就是都是一些精品的资源了，就像刚刚那个说，你看我的美剧都是这样子的。对，我不知道别人美剧什么样，反正我按一下，我弹出来是牛津词典的，我都是这样子的，都是真人句子。
That dress of hers is too short.
对吧？你要学的话呢，你肯定要学这种就真实的英语嘛，真实听，对不对？你不理解的话，那你看还可以这样子，对吧？你实在听的觉得太快，还可以降速听，很快就那个键盘怎么操作我都会教你。好，然后我们看一下整个课程的大纲目录，大概就是这个样子。而至于价钱的话呢，我的建议就是你少出去一次聚餐，就是这样子，你就一辈子这个东西呢就没有什么收费的，就一次收费然后没了。你一次收费之后，然后我们就进入了一个组织嘛，就好像一个神秘的那些社团一样，我们在里面搞事情、搞东西，有什么问题的话，你可以直接问，我经常会出现在那里面回答的，因为别的地方可能就没有精力回答了嘛。而且我的这些练习是可以一直让你练习下去的，让你非常方便。就像我刚刚说的嘛，你看。我说，人家说，哎，理解一个句子很慢，又要查又要理解，你看我就这样理解，你觉得有多慢？这0.5秒吗？0.3秒吧，我觉得。你看，哦，我不行这样，好吧，我看一下啊，你看，就这样，好，我理解了就。
Why do you have to get rid of it then? Why do you have to get rid of it then? Why do you have to get rid of it?
你看我刚刚就10秒钟我就理解，然后加听了3遍，你别的地方能吗？别的地方我不知道行不行，对不对？你就说这些效率不断的累积起来。同时，在你遇到问题的时候，我们有个高质量的社群，然后只有这样子，你不断的去学习了，前期可能会比较困难，到了之后呢，你养成了就是习惯也好，或者说上轨道了，就是走上正道了，你就可以一直不停的学下去。 到时候你就会感叹 I don't want to stop。好，课程的介绍呢，大概就是这个样子。更具体的话呢，你可以去关注我的同名的公众号，就是我的名字嘛，那公众号，然后里面很方便就能找到了。然后你可以去简介，就是介绍那个页面去看一下更具体的介绍。同时呢，可以去试听一下。如果你说我暂时没有能力付费，或者说我就是不想付费，那怎么办呢？没关系。好，我告诉你，就是之后呢，我会讲解，用真实的例子来讲解那个语法，包括自然拼读。我知道市面上有很多讲解语法的那些课程也好，或者说什么系统也好，他们会跟你说，我们来讲一下5大句型，对不对？然后5大句型，然后说我们讲一下时态，对不对？然后会给一堆东西你，然后你看这个例子是这样子的，I 什么 ate，然后an apple， 对吧？等一下哈。他就说这是过去时，对吧？然后干嘛干嘛之类的，然后说，我们不要这么说，我们说的就是在电视剧中，或者说那些外刊杂志当中真实的句子，它是怎么提取出来，它是怎么说出来的？因为一个语法的话，它其实说白了，你看它有文字，对不对？就说这个文字嘛，你看这些26个字母组成文字，它有意思，对吧？然后呢，它还有声音。他们基本上讲语法是很难兼顾这些东西的，而且讲的那些例子呢，基本上都是很奇怪，就自己想出来的。可能有些老师讲的比较好的话，会比较正确，讲的那些句子讲的比较全面，也有。但是呢，我们会用直接来真实世界当中、真实的英语世界当中出现过的那些句子。好，比如说我们要讲过去时嘛，我们来看一下这个真实的句子 ：A bird fell out of a tree.
A bird fell out of a tree.
你看。这就是过去时啊，然后呢，我会跟你解释，并且给出实际的例子给你看，给你去训练感受，会把所有你能用到的语法点，从最基础的到最难的那些长难句啊，包括他们的那些发音现象，包括一些可能没有发音的，就是一些比如说外刊上面的，我也会解释给你看怎么理解。所以这就是我之后会讲的语法，就是说我会上传到视频网站上。这是我会讲的。如果你暂时还没有能力付费的话，那就你可以等一下，稍微耐心一点，或者说你自己按照你这方式先学着。然后还有就是自然拼读这方面，自然拼读嘛，就是说有些人会跟你讲一些规则，什么你看到这个单词能读出来，或者说你听到之后能把它写出来嘛。那么我们到底该怎么训练呢？还有我们要用那些实际的单词去讲它，就不要是说我讲个规则给你听。这个规则是怎样，但是除了这个规则之外，还有一些例外。人家跟你说，那你说这些有什么意思吗？我们直接拿单词来去学不就行了吗？来去训练呢。同时呢，我也会在付费的那个课程里，就是也会是这个真人演示这个嘛，就说我们练习自然拼读到底是跟口语或者说跟听力一样，到底是怎样将这些理论知识或者说这些已经存在的这些，比如说美剧当中的这些句子。包括你去看电影也好，或者说读文章也好，怎么把它内化出来？怎么训练的？到底那些时间的安排，比如说我练习完之后我累了怎么办？我明天怎么办？我不仅仅是理论吧，我就直接实操给你看，对吧？你看，比如说我练跟读口语的时候，我累了，我口干舌燥，我练习的，然后我就怎么喝水，对吧？我读那个英语的时候，我读多大声音，然后我读几次，我怎么把它录音下来，然后跟真人进行对比。然后我怎么那些时间的安排，练习的具体怎么安排，反正那些都会讲得很细，就演示给你看，你就参照模仿。说白了就是这个课程就是你不用看完，不用等看完我课程，你就在看第1章第1节的时候，你就马上跟着开始就行了。一开始的时候我就教你怎么设置这些软件，怎么设置这些东西，反正就是马上开始。你买完课那一刻你看，你就可以改变了，你就可以改变你的自身的行为了，就这样，你就可以开始练习。